What's good? What's good? What's good? Good hugs. Welcome back. I wish I had a cool little intro, but I don't. Anyway, welcome back. So I got some topics today we're going to talk about. These are like self-interviews, So what was my goal as a musician? My goal was to inspire others, honestly. When I first started out, I wanted to inspire others to be able to do what they want in life. Not necessarily what they have to do in life, but what they want to do in life. So today's video, we got how we met. That's going to be volume 1. And we got trip to Colorado, and we got Victoria. The infamous start of it. Alright, so I guess we'll start with Victoria first. So Victoria, she was this girl that I was dating back in Job Corps. That's a thing. Job Corps doesn't exist now, but it existed back then. It's crazy to think about that. But this girl named Victoria, man, I started dating her in Job Corps, and we graduated. By the way, I didn't even get to go walk on graduation because I was in so much trouble. Oh man, the shit I did there, crazy. But this girl named Victoria, we fell in love, we graduated, and I had to go live with her parents because I didn't have a job or anything yet. So I was living with her parents, and they were Mormons or something like that. They went to people's houses and knocked on the doors and shit. So I wasn't really with that. So one day, I said, fuck this. This is before I started music. I said, fuck this. I'm going to go start music. I'm going to be a producer. This is back in 2012. And I told her that, and she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm leaving. And she goes, what do you mean you're leaving? I'm like, I'm gone. And I got my truck, and I remember driving off, bro. Looking in the rear view mirror. And I left her. And I shut my phone off. And I haven't heard from her since. But that moment is when it all started. The moment I left, I'm like, fuck this. I want to do music. So I said no to bricklaying. That's another thing. I went to Job Corps for bricklaying and masonry. I graduated. I got my certificates and everything. But that's the story of Victoria and how I got started. Check. Alright. How we met. So this is how we met. The artists. 2 specific ones, Trey Sav and Ben Summers. We'll start with Ben Summers. So Ben Summers, he was blowing up on YouTube and TikTok and all that. And I decided, sorry, I'm shivering. That's why I sound like I'm cold as fuck right now. But I met him through YouTube. I sent him a message or a comment. I'm like, yo, I got a studio. Stop by. Let's record. And he came by. And we met. We did a lot of projects. Over the months, I let him sleep there and shit. So we go down to the basement and we make music because that's where the fucking studio was at the time. It was a cold-ass basement, too. It wasn't a basement, it was a garage. Let me get it correct. It was a garage. And then Trey Sav, man, I was moving to Florida with him. And I wasn't moving with him, but I met him moving. He fucking, off of his balcony, he goes, yo, you make music? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to be quiet about it. He's like, oh, dude. He comes running down. He's like, yo, I'm an artist, man. I'm like, yo, that's what's up, man. And I set everything up, and From then on, we just been cool. We kicked it. We ended up going to this Imperial studio that I was working at for a while. Bro, the first day we were there was lit. Oh my God, there was so much alcohol there. It was crazy. Like, I'm glad it was the first day I was able to bring some artists to the studio. It was a straight party, bro. They were just fucking partying. And, bro, we got nothing done. I think we got one track done. I was so blazed that one night. Yeah, I don't know how I made it home. Like, thankfully, they took my keys. So that's another thing is I'm a bad alcoholic, y'all. I found that out over the years. This is just coffee, though. But, Trey said, man, he looked out for me. That one night, I was banging on the fucking glass window of the studio and shit. Thankfully, it didn't break. He's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Get the fuck in the car, let's go. Because I forgot the combination. There's like a pin pad thing, and I fucking forgot it. So I was pissed, and I was stupid. I was hitting shit, breaking shit. Actually, I didn't break anything. That's the good part. But, yo, they drove me home and shit. They're like, yo, you need to chill on the alcohol. And that's whenever I learned that I had an alcohol problem. I was drinking heavy. It was bad. Really bad. Now that I look back on it, it was so bad. The amount of damage, I broke a fucking door on alcohol. It was pretty bad. But meeting Trey Sav and shit was a blast. He still does music. I reach out to him all the time. Ben Summers, I'm still in contact with him. And we already did EBK. But yeah, that's this morning's episode. Peace out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next episode.